What is good, guys? Today is Monday. We are going to continue with Monday basics. We're going to be looking at some charts and maybe possibly finding some setups today. So let's go ahead and get into it. This chart is Michael's. I do like this lower zone that you have. It looks like this zone has been getting some activity off it. Looks like we possibly got some right here, which was a snipe and, hit some take profits. And now we're back in the zone and it's not reacting the same. Right. So, and it almost looks like it's ready to drop lower. So notice whatever zone that we had right here, it was reacted off of as soon as we got the BOS, right? BOS, market came back into this area and shot up. That was a nice opportunity. But now it's back in the zone and it's not reacting the same way. And we know that we have a pretty good setup right in this area, right? So notice how the market comes into this area, starts to consolidate. We do get a break of structure to the upside. And now if the market can continue breaking structure, that can possibly come down here. And we could possibly get something by the morning, possibly even tonight, a little bit later on, because this is the 15 minutes. So this could happen pretty quick. But I do like this. So if it can go ahead and continue to the downside, we can definitely expect the market to come lower into this area. So let's go ahead and take a look at that on the charts. But I do like this. Everything looks good. We have the liquidity buildup. We have the sweep, and then we have the change of character here. So now we're just waiting. I do like what that looks like. Well, let's take a look. Awesome. Let's go. You guys can still see my charts, right? We're on levels right now. What was that? EURUSD? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead right now. All I'm seeing is this. Now I want to ask myself why, right? Because it looks like we have some equal low type of material, right? So I want to ask myself, why is the market consolidating in this range right now, right? So let's go up to a higher time frame real quick. Okay, drop down. So we just swept this low. Just swept the low. Oops, that's why. Just swept that low, and it's actually bouncing inside of a starting point right here. So it's met that starting point again, right? So we already acted off of it once right here in this area, twice right here in this area, and it came back inside this area, right? But since it already reacted once and twice, I'm not really looking for it to react off of it again. It may, but I would really start looking lower. And lower, I mean like over here on this side, right? So we're starting to see structure build up. So let's just go over here real quick. Right now, let's just go ahead and start marking up the chart. So right now we have a bearish BOS to the downside. Right? Look at the structure, guys. Lower low, lower high, lower low. We get a BOS to the downside. So let's just go ahead and continue to mark this stuff up. Lower low, lower high, lower low. We break structure one more time to the downside. Let's mark that up. And our change of character happened right here. Right? So I'm going to mark that up as well. All right, cool. So now we can delete this stuff. Now that we've found our setup, let's go ahead and delete that and stay clean. So even looking at this, guys, right? This starting point was used 3 times. But if we look at this, I'm going to zoom in, right? I'm going to zoom in as much as I can. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles. Even though that looks funky, it's green. So I'm going to keep it as it is. 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles. Where is my starting point in this area? Who wants to go ahead and draw? Actually, no. Oh, so you quick with it, bro. You're right, though, right? That is the last selling candle before the BOS to the upside or the change of character to the upside. This is a fresh starting point way down here, Not only that, if we look at the structure, we have a BOS here with this green candle, and then we had a BOS here. So this very last BOS before the change of character, this is my shoulder, right? So I would be looking for some buys. As soon as the market comes into this area, I'm gonna stop selling and I'm gonna start looking for some buy opportunities. So look at this. We have fresh zones down here. Now, I don't know when the market will come down here, but I would like the market to come back down and see if we can start looking for some buys. And if it doesn't, if we don't get buy opportunities, well, then we're going to continue to sell. But as of right now, I'm understanding why the market is consolidating, right? So as we get closer, let's zoom in and we can see here, market break structure to the downside right there as well. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. We do have a break of structure to the downside, and my last buying candle is right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it like that, and I'm gonna drop to a lower time frame to the daily. I'm just gonna leave that the way it is. Now, as I come into here, now I understand why the market is consolidating, right? Because we have a daily starting point. The market wants to go lower. We're literally chilling inside of a weekly starting point, right? It's been used plenty of times, so we're not really looking to buy off of it right now. All we have to do is wait up here in this area. Now, as we drop lower, because we can see possible setups right here as well. I understand what you guys are seeing, right? But we also have to understand that the market is in consolidation right here. So even though we do see opportunities, it's best to proceed with caution, right? Because the market can easily give us a nice opportunity, and then news comes and it takes us out, does its thing, and then it tends to go our way. So just be careful with that. But even right here, I do see that we have a starting point, right? We do have a liquidity sweep, and we do have a change of character right here. Levels is letting us know, right? When we see the red arrow, we can go ahead and press the red box, and levels is saying, hey, we have a starting point here. That was used. Starting point, this was used. Wouldn't be looking at taking sales. BOS to the downside. The next starting point is this one right here. That one wasn't touched. Finally touched. Okay. We have who's been on my call when I'm talking about the setup within the setup, guys? Give me a 1 if you've been on my call when I've been talking about the setup within the setup. Now, what does that mean? Right? When we're anticipating sales, right? When we're anticipating sales, maybe the market's in a bearish trend. We have a BOS at the downside. We can easily see we have a BOS, and we should be looking for we could be looking for some sell opportunities within this area, right? But there's going to be times where the market creates funky structure. I'm gonna make this blue real quick. Sometimes the market will create some funky structure. Now, we have a high, a low. Now, let's say the high comes way up here, and then the low comes way down here. And then the market starts to create small structure. Now, because this is the dominant high, and this is the dominant low, I would like to see a liquidity sweep and the change of character so we can start looking for some more sell opportunities. Are you guys with me so far? Yes? Okay, cool. Awesome. So, but the thing is, if I'm looking for sells and the market gave me this range from here to here, that means I have to wait for the BOS and then the change of character to break and close below this black line in order for me to look for more sell opportunities, right? But I want to be able to catch this move at the high, as high as possible. So what I do is I look for the setup inside of the setup. So I'm gonna leave this here for now. And as the market's going up, I continue to look for BOSs. So we have a BOS, BOS. Maybe the market consolidates and we're bouncing off of the zone, because sometimes that happens, guys. It's the dominant high. So the market knows, hey, this is a strong zone. Let's just bounce off of it for a while. And then what happens next? The market takes the liquidity, comes inside this zone because we're looking for sales, right? And then as soon as we break and close below right here, I'm looking to take opportunities. That is smart money, but it's also levels. I'm teaching it to you in the most basic way. If you want to learn it with the more advanced setting, you can definitely tap into the smart money educators. But if this is making sense to you guys, it's pretty much the same thing, right? So I would like to catch the move right here. Now, if I can catch that move, this move here would be giving me that change of character I'm looking for right here. Are you guys with me so far? And if we can get that,
yes,
then we would be looking to continue some sell opportunities, right? Because now we have a really, really nice one. Shoulder, neckline, head, change of character, right shoulder, starting point play, send it down. So I'm looking for the setup within the giant setup, right? Now, this is more advanced. So if you don't really feel comfortable trading like that, if you don't feel comfortable trading this, just wait for the one that seems most easy to you, right? You may miss a good move and it may drop, but as soon as it comes back and it makes its way up to this point, that is your play. That is your play, right? So when we come back over here, the market didn't touch the zone. If I zoom in a bit more, the market doesn't touch it. Maybe it did actually. Doesn't touch it. It's still fresh zone, right? Not only that, if we even take a look inside of here, let's just move this over for a little bit. Look at this, guys. Would you guys consider this consolidation right here? Would you guys consider that consolidation?
yes,
Yeah, so that's phase one of the head and shoulder setup. Consolidation, phase one. Liquidity sweep, break a structure to the upside, phase two. Change of character, phase three. We have a shoulder play right here. Stop loss at the high. And we also have a starting point right there as well. So when we come back this way, we have liquidity being built up. Liquidity being built up. Liquidity being built up. The market comes right to that shoulder with a snipe. So if we didn't get in here, it is what it is, right? But look at the structure. Market gives us a high, a low. We sweep liquidity, and then we finally get the change of character here. You guys see that, right? The bigger structure. Now, when we look at the smaller structure, look at this. High, low, liquidity. Liquidity is being built up right now. Market sweeps liquidity, gives me a BOS to the upside. We change character, and it gives us a really, really nice opportunity right here, right back in the shoulder zone. Gives me another snipe off the shoulder with my stop loss at the high. You guys see that? That is advanced technical analysis right there.
yes,
Gives me a really, really nice opportunity here. So knowing that this play is over, right? We can't even use that shoulder anymore, but we can use this shoulder because this shoulder belongs to this change of character, right? This shoulder belongs to this change of character. Does that make sense? So now that small setup is
yes,
over, and we'd be looking for this bigger setup right here. So if the market can come back within that, I would not mind seeing if we can take some sell opportunities with some extra confirmation with that. So let's just clear things up. Let's go to the daily real quick. My daily starting point is right here. So I'm just going to continue to use this as my daily. That's the SP, that's opportunity 1. And then this is opportunity 2 if the market can come this high. So let's drop back down to the 4-hour. Yeah, I'm just going to shrink that up to right here. That's fine with me. Leave that there. Okay, now let's look at this area. You were looking for buys. Okay, now that's the thing, right? Don't get caught. Don't get caught. Now it can happen. I'm not saying it can't, right? I'm not saying it can't, because what if this buy continues to ride us higher? It can. I'm not saying it can't, but because the market is actually fairly bearish right now, right? Fairly bearish right now. We should be looking for some sell opportunities, right? Now notice, what if the market doesn't reach this high? What if it doesn't go this high? We have to mark up our BOSs. We have a BOS here. Now my change of character at the moment is right here, right? If we're looking at this in a head and shoulders sell perspective, we have phase 1 right here, right? Shoulder, BOS. Now, if the market doesn't hold your buy, Michael, and it gives you a stop loss, now you know how to react. Now you know how to react. Now you know how to adapt when market conditions change. Does that make sense, bro? Awesome. Because every setup you have, you should already know what to do if it gets clapped, right? Whether if you're looking for the buy, which obviously you are right here, right? You're looking for the buy. But if it ends up hitting your stop, well, one, you have a break and retest, head and shoulder violation. That's opportunity 1. But if the market goes higher, well, you have the right shoulder. BOS. Now, if we get stop loss / change of character, we know we can eventually come back up here and take some sell opportunities. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So let's see, what do you have here? So I kind of like this actually. If we can take some sell opportunities tomorrow, maybe. Excuse me. Because right now, check me out. We have a BOS right here, right? BOS right here. This starting point is actually holding it down. We haven't had a change of character yet. Not only that, notice what's being built right on top of that change of character line. Consolidation, right? Sweep of liquidity. That sweep of liquidity came right to a starting point. And then if we can get this change of character, I would like to see if we can take some sell opportunities and just continue to ride that sell, ride the bearish trend, and we can go ahead and take profit here, right? We would definitely see if we can take some partials in this area, because again, this market can definitely still give a rejection, right? Now, this rejection could just take us to the next sell opportunity and continue down. But that rejection, you don't want to give money back. So just take a little bit off. Take a little bit off your trade. 25, 50%, let the rest ride. But yeah, I'm kind of looking at this in a bearish perspective still. But I do see what you're seeing. So if the market comes right here, bro, tomorrow, just wait for the setup. Just wait for a quality setup. I'm just not liking it because we do have like equal low type of vibes right here. But if the market comes back and it's chilling right here and we can go ahead and get a rejection and we get a change of character in the morning, this possibly can continue higher. So trust what your eyes see, bro. Obviously, you're seeing things and you're marking it up and things are playing out. So just trust what you're seeing and then know how to adapt when market conditions change.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because technically, guys, this market can go higher still. Like this starting point is definitely holding it down. So just because it's giving it problems doesn't mean it's actually going to drop lower. So if the market continues higher, well, then it is what it is. You know, we would still like sales right here anyways. So as of right now, we can't really do nothing. This zone is holding it down. It's holding it down. Let's see. Setups, Michael sent his GBP JPY. Okay, cool. Kind of like GBP JPY. Kind of like the ends, to be honest. I'm liking these buys for sure. I'm liking these buys for sure. It's setting up. The market just been doing its thing, bro. We do have some starting points in this area, but market's been doing its thing, right? We have a starting point here. Market came back. Right? We have a starting point here. Market came back. It gave some drawdown, but that started the stop loss of that starting point is here technically. So it held it down. BOS starting point here came right back in there. Stop loss of that area is right here. We have a BOS right here. Okay, gotcha. We have a BOS right here, and the starting point to that is right here. This is the 4-hour time frame. I'm pretty sure on the lower time frame it's a bit smaller, so let's just go ahead and take a look. But now change of character is right here, right? So if the market does break and close below, we have a regular head and shoulder. If it breaks and closes below this buy setup, we have a head and shoulder. We can look for some sales. But as of right now, the market is continuing to buy. We should always look to continue the trend before looking for the reversal first, because I've known for me, I've seen like, oh, this is gonna reverse. This structure look like it's gonna reverse, and I'm just stuck waiting for this to happen, and it never happens, and then it just continues to buy, and I'm like, well, that was dumb. Why did I try to foresee? Is just play the opportunities with the trend until it gives you the change of character. Then you'll know what to do next. And right here we do have step one or phase one, which is the consolidation. We have the liquidity sweep, which is phase two, the change of character, or in our case, obviously, a BOS of the upside. Phase three, we also have buy opportunities right here with the shoulder. And the stop loss to both of those is actually down here. Right? So this is the 4-hour opportunity, right? Look, this is the 4-hour structure. So as of right now, we have low, high. Now, if we have a BOS of the downside right here, yes, I want to take opportunities, but on the 4-hour time frame, and this is obviously just an example as of right now, but we would have to wait for the change of character to happen here in order for us to look for more buys. Make sense? You guys are with me so far? You guys with me? You guys with me? Awesome. But as the market drops lower, I want to see if we can go ahead and catch this setup within the setup, right? BOS, 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 BOS. Now, if we can catch the first opportunity, awesome. But if we can get this opportunity that gives us the massive change of character, I will like that as well. I would like to see if we can go to the 15-minute or the 1-hour time frame and try to catch this opportunity. That way we can go ahead and catch that change of character, right? So again, this is just an example. BOS, change of character. Right? But I would like to see if we can go ahead and catch this opportunity down here as well. Yeah, because again, this is 4-hour structure, 4-hour low, 4-hour high, and then you never know what's going to be in this area as the market approaches the zone. right? As soon as the market hits your zone, guys, look for the structure. That way you can see if you can catch, the setup within the setup. And again, if you don't feel comfortable, because this is more advanced, right? You're breaking down, being more technical analysis. If you don't feel comfortable, guys, just wait for this move here. That way we can go ahead and capitalize on the pullback and take that back up. But I do like GJ as of right now. Now, let's go back to that. Let's leave that right there. Now, if we go to the monthly time frame or the weekly, let's go to the weekly. Daily. Right. I want to go ahead and see. This would be more of a counter trend trade, but it looks kind of good for sell opportunities. So we do have some trend line trading right here as well. So it's building up liquidity. Now, I would like to see if we can catch some buy opportunities here and continue to ride that trend into the zone here. And then if once market's inside of that, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can look for some sell opportunities. If the market gives the structure where we can take sells, then we'll go ahead and look for some swing sells and see if we can send that back down. Excuse me. Send that back down. But if the market, gets in the zone and gives us more buy opportunities, then we'll just go ahead and look for some more buys, right? But yeah, I would like to see if we can catch some buy opportunities and continue to ride that thing way up there. So even something that looks like this, entry at that level, always target the structure that's made. TP, take some partials at structure that's already made, but I would like to see if we can hold this to that zone, and that would be a 1 to 7. And obviously, again, if structure gets tighter and we're able to catch that, it's even a better opportunity. This is just an example of the drawing, but that would be a 1 to 11. But obviously, that's just an example. But yeah, I do like this setup, and I do like this with EURGB. Oh my God, EURJPY as well. The structure on that looks just as good. So if we go to EURJPY, I already have this marked up from a call I was doing earlier with so. But if we go to the monthly or the weekly, move this, delete, 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 delete. If we look at this structure, this looks a whole lot cleaner. Now, again, because look at this, right? Notice how EURJPY is way up here. Way up here. Market structure right now, current price is right here, bro. EUR is way up here. If we go to GBPJPY, right? EURJPY way up here. GBPJPY, it's already in that area pretty much, right? It's a whole lot closer. Almost touched it once, and it's a whole lot closer. So I would like to see if we can, connect with EURJPY, because once EUR starts to push up, right? Once it starts to push up and get some momentum, because how close GBP is, this push up can put us into some massive drawdown, right? So just keep that in mind. So that's just something I'm looking at. So yeah, same thing. CHFJPY is already in that area. That would definitely give us some problems. NZDJPY looks like it's pretty far away too. That doesn't look too bad. It's a bit far as well. USDJPY is already pretty much in that zone, has played off that zone, almost in that zone, right? So again, these ones, the ones that are already closer to that area, they're most likely going to push past it and make new highs, and that's okay. Just continue to ride the trend on whatever pair you guys are trading, right? But once EUR and it looks like NZD, once they come around this zone, guys, yes, that's why we trade the lagging pair. Exactly. Once they come around these zones, I want to start seeing if we can take some opportunities. That's exactly why we take the lagging pair, because let's say, right, we have a setup here and the lagging pair is way down here. right? It's going to take a minute for the market to come back into this zone. But when let's say the other correlating pair, let's just say this is AUD or just EUR, right? And let's just say this setup is something that looks like this, right? And the setup's already right here. Well, oops. Well, this pair here, it's so much closer to this sell zone. Once this one really starts to start pumping, and by the time it gets here, the one that's the most closest will most likely push up and pass your stop loss, and then it'll start going your way. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So that's why, yes, it's exactly why we trade the lagging pair. So you can see here, it looks like NZD and EUR are the ones that are a bit lower. Maybe even NZD. Yeah, NZD for sure. So yeah, anything USD JPY, if you guys can take buy opportunities, I would like to see if we can take some sales up in this zone. But yeah, you could even see a lot of these guys are already like in consolidation. Like it's just arranging in this area. So a lot of opportunities in here, just be careful with them. They're all looking the same. All liquidity type. All liquidity type. Now on the lower time frames, you're on the 1 and 4 hour, you're like, oh yeah, this shit busting, boy. We got movement on every time frame. But when you look at it on a higher time frame, all you guys are doing is participating in liquidity. Does that make sense? I know a lot of you guys are gonna have like clicking moments. You're like, oh shit, I didn't even know that. Because you guys are focused on liquidity on lower time frame. But don't get me wrong, every time frame is gonna have their game, right? There's a game being played. There's a game being played within the game. So like for someone like me who likes to play on the daily time frame, daily, weekly, higher time frame for swings. Now you're good, bro. There's also people playing a game within that on the 1 minute, on the 1 hour. So like 1 minute, people who are scalping the 1 and 5 minute, they're building up liquidity for the 1 hour and 4 hour. People who are on the 1 hour and 4 hour who are building up liquidity are building up liquidity for the daily and weekly. Right. So just be aware of what you guys are doing at all times. Just be aware of what you guys are doing at all times. Let's see. GJ Michael got some opportunities for us. This zone ended up holding. But yeah, let's see. Let's go over there real quick. That was the 15 minute. I'm gonna put this over here on this side. 15 minute. Okay, give me a second. I do like this. Just be careful because I feel like it could get one more sweep to the upside. That is the starting point right there. Let's go. I love when Austin sends in charts, bro. I love that shit. Let me see. It also looks like this 15-minute starting point was not taken. Right? If we press bears, that was not taken. Almost. So starting point there. And we have a shoulder right here as well. And a shoulder right there as well. That shoulder was also not taken. So if you guys are looking for counter trends, right? Oh, don't just focus on this side. Look at this here as well. That way you can find your shoulders, right? Shoulders, BOS, change of character, right? Always find your shoulders. So this shoulder or this starting point wasn't tapped into. Let's go to the 30-minute real quick. 30-minute starting point was, but that's okay. 1 hour starting point was, but that's okay as well. All right, so yeah, just be careful with this, right? Because it is building up like solid liquidity. Like that's definitely equal high type vibes, super resistant type vibes right there. So just be careful, right? We can definitely get something that looks like this. Push up to the upside, take this liquidity, possibly go deeper into the starting point, possibly even go a little higher, snap that one, and then continue down, right? So be careful with that. Definitely be careful with that. But if you're honestly looking and anticipating for the counter trend, you can also look for the setup within the setup in here as well. Right now, all this consolidation here would be the higher time frame, right? All you have to do is focus on your breaker structures to the upside, mark those up, and as soon as we get a consolidation, sweep, change of character, we can see if we can take this opportunity that will give us that, right? So just keep that in mind. When markets are lagging like this and consolidating and you're anticipating a counter trend, you have to have your technical analysis on point. Let's go back up to that 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I'm liking this right here. So we can just continue to ride those buys for sure. I'm not really big on counter trend trading, to be honest. As soon as I see that the market's buying, I just like to continue buying. But if that's what you're seeing, bro, stick to it. Stick to what you're seeing. Stay sharp. Mark up your structure. What is this? GBPJPY 4 hour time frame. Yeah, it's similar, very, very similar to what I'm looking at. Austin, what does Austin got? It looks like you're looking for the counter trend. Yeah, because look at what we got here. Look at what we got here. We do have consolidation, sweep of liquidity, change of character, equal highs. Market came right back within the zone and it's starting to push up right now. So keep that in mind, guys. Also, just a quick tip on counter trend trading, right? This would be more advanced, but I'm gonna try to break it down as simple as I can for you guys. Let's go over here. Let's just delete this and just stay fresh. So anytime I'm looking for counter trends, guys, I want to try to catch them as soon as possible. ASAP. I really don't want to wait, because the longer it waits, the higher the less of probability of that happening or of that playing out. Because once the market is in an uptrend, right? Once the market takes off and we're in an uptrend, the only thing it's doing when the market's pulling back is looking for a discounted price. Is everybody with me on that? The market is looking for a discounted price right now. So let's just say this is $0. The market shot up to $200. The market wants to come back and get a discounted price, because the market doesn't want to continue buying here, right? It wants to pull back and just wait for like that Christmas sale. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's waiting for that Christmas sale, the Black Friday shopping sales, right? Same thing happens in the market. So when you see a fat push up with the starting point down here and the inverted down here, that's a discounted zone. You're in discounted price, right? But the thing is, when we get a setup, let's actually draw this out. When we get a setup, let's actually use this. Let's do a starting point setup. We have a BOS to the upside, right? We should have some type of starting point right here in this area, along with an inverted in here somewhere, right? We know that. We know that as levels traders, right? We should have some type of opportunities within this pullback, right? So when this happens and you're waiting for buys down here, and you can see that, okay, cool, I want to wait for buys right here, but I also want to try my best to catch this ping pong move, catch this sell to this buy. Is everybody with me so far?
Yeah,
Everybody
we're
with?
following.
Okay, cool. So the thing is, right? When we're uptrending, sometimes the uptrending setups won't look as nice, but the counter trends, they look freaking great, and they entice you so much, right? But I want to try to catch this counter trend as high as possible, right? So if we get the BOS to the upside of the liquidity sweep and we change character, I want to try to catch this sell as soon as possible. That way I can catch this sell to this discounted price, right? But let's just say the market drops and maybe it's like a break and retest, or maybe the market doesn't come high enough to get an opportunity and we're just fishing for a sell. We're fishing for a sell, right? But look, as soon as the market touches 50% discounted price, sometimes the market, that's good enough for the market. You guys ever happen to where the market, you're looking for buys down here, market comes a bit shy and then it starts to head up and just goes and just continues? That's because it was already in a discounted price and the big bank said, you know what, this is good for me. I want to continue. I want to leave you down here. So what happens? Once that happens, guys, once we're in a good discounted price, this sell is less likely to happen because we're just going to continue higher, right? Market has to stay fractal, so it's going to move this way. But all this is higher high, higher low, higher high, right? But if we can go ahead and catch this sell opportunity ASAP, let's say we get a nice drop, market consolidates, and then we're able to get this sell opportunity, I'm way more likely to get in. That way we can go ahead and get into a discounted price, take my 1 to 2, 1 to 3, partial out, do what you got to do. You don't have to always write it down to the buy because sometimes it doesn't always get there. So make sure you guys are sticking to your trading plan, taking partials out at 1 to 2, or even closing trades at 1 to 2 if that's your trading plan, or partial out at 1 to 2 and then let the rest ride to 1 to 3 if that's your trading plan. But as soon as we get into discounted price, guys, I'm looking for the buys. Does that make sense? I'm looking for the buys so we can go ahead and continue. But again, if the market doesn't come back to our sell and continues down, and we're in our discounted price and we're looking for buys, and we're able to catch this buy, this sell opportunity is less likely to hold. Let me know if that makes sense, guys. Now, I'm not saying I can't, say it's not going to give an opportunity, but you're probably thinking like, oh man, we're going to swing this all the way down to here. Sometimes it doesn't happen, guys. It doesn't happen like that, right? Sometimes it doesn't happen like that. This opportunity might just give enough to come back and pick up this starting point here and then continue up and hit you a break even. You don't know how many times I took losses my first year trying to take beautiful head and shoulder counter trends. And I would completely miss out on these buy opportunities. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know. Give me a fire emoji. Let me know if that makes sense, guys. So just understand.
It's not making sense. It's making dollars.
Let's go, baby. So be careful with your counter trends and understand if it doesn't give it to you as high as possible, just be careful when it comes back. So let's go. Where are we at right here? So yes, again, look at, we're already into about 60% discounted price. There's a starting point right here that the market is tapped into. But right now we have a BOS to the downside. And if we can change character here and go higher, it doesn't look like the market's going to tap into these buy zones. Shoulder, head, change of character, look for buy, continue buying these bullish markets. Now, if the market does make its way down here, even better, let's look for these opportunities. But does that make sense, guys? So if this starting point, this counter trend starting point does not hold, hey, the market is ready to go, guys. Market said, yo, we'll take 60% discount. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So just keep that in mind when taking counter trends. That was big for me, guys, my first year. And I don't want you guys to take unnecessary losses if you guys don't have to. If you guys want to go ahead and learn more about that, I would go ahead and tap into Valentino's bootcamp. It is a bit more advanced. I will be honest with you guys. I had to watch the whole, there's like, I don't know, like 11 videos. I watched each video like 4 to 5 times just to make sure, I was on it. And, smart money educators, they kind of teach in a monotone type of, demeanor. So it just doesn't catch my attention. I end up losing focus. So I have to watch them that many times. I have to take the notes. So make sure you guys take notes so you guys can have some good notes on you as you guys are trading, because trading is an open book test. But just a quick tip on the counter trends. All right, so natural gas. Let's go. Let's delete these, delete these, delete these. Natural gas, not gas. Okay. Does levels have natural gas? No. All right, let's go over here. NG1. All right. Hey, fat swings on the dollar. You heard it first right here, baby. Let's see, natural gas. NG1. Am I tripping? This one? Is it this one right here?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Okay, so look. Why is the market bullish right now? Because we're on the weekly time frame on my trading view. The market is bullish in this specific area, right? So when you're on the 1 hour, all you're seeing is like, oh man, the market's freaking running crazy. Market's been running crazy. Market's been running crazy, right? Market's been running crazy, crazy bullish. But what is it going to, guys? What is it going to? Right? The market is always headed towards something. It's always headed towards something. And if you're not looking left, if you're not looking left to know what the market is going to, guys, you are a step behind. I promise you. I promise you. Because what happens when the market, you're looking for buy opportunities, right? You're looking for buy opportunities, and then the market just hits your stop loss. But why? Why did the market hit your stop loss when the market was buying? Because you didn't look left to look for possible sell swing zones, right? So that's why we jump on a higher time frame, so we can find these things, right? So right here, I have my monthly starting point. Look at this. We break structure here and here, right? Breakout rally. This is my starting point. Now, what is this up here? This is my weekly/daily head and shoulder, right? Daily/weekly head and shoulder. So now I know the market is headed towards these zones, right? So now let's drop to a lower time frame. Dang, this shoulder smacked, bro. Crazy. Okay, was this starting point touched? BOS, starting point. Okay, that was used. That starting point was used. I'm not really interested in looking to take buy opportunities at that zone anymore. This shoulder as well. The shoulder was used. I'm not looking to take opportunities off that zone anymore. Now, I can already see we had a shoulder here with the change of character here. Market came right back inside that zone. And we're able to take some opportunities. Not only that, we have a breakout rally. We have a breakout rally. So my starting point is actually right here. Right? These zones are hitting on natural gas. I'm going to start trading futures. Easy money, literally easy money. We have a break of structure to the upside. Break of structure to the upside. The starting point to that daily starting point, or I'm sorry. Yeah, the starting point to the daily time frame is right here. Let's drop down to the 4 hour. I'm liking this structure down here a whole lot more, to be real. We have the sweep of liquidity and also BOS of the downside. And then we get the change of character that happened right here. And this is like a pretty, to me, it's pretty solid, right? Guys, consolidation, phase 1. The BOS liquidity sweep, phase 2. The change of character, phase 3. As soon as we get phase 3, we can start looking for some buy opportunities. So look at this. Way down here, this is a buy zone. Super small buy zone for the shoulder. So now look, this is a daily zone we could be looking at. And it also matches with the higher time frame. This is what I'm seeing here as well. BOS. Look, this is exactly what I mean by the setup within the setup. Notice this is what, guys? phase one, right? Consolidation, phase one. Oops, I don't know how I did that. Oh, snap. I didn't know I could do that on my mouse. I can scroll sideways. What? Oh, snap. It's going to get real. Consolidation, phase one. BOS, liquidity sweep. Bro, you can literally see it came down to the starting point. Now, that change of character to that happened right here. Where is my right shoulder? Down here to continue buys. Right? But look at this, guys. Look at this, bro. I swear, bro. I don't lie to you guys. I promise you guys. Look at this. Higher time frame setup, right? If I want to look for the buys, I need this change of character to happen. But I don't want to miss out on this whole move, right? I want to catch this whole move. So what do? I have to find the setup within the setup. We know this was a buy zone. But look at this, guys. BOS to the downside. Change of character to the upside. Oh my goodness. If you are not eating off of natural gas, that is your fault. Swear, bro. Look at that. And that move right there gave us a nasty change of character. Nasty change of character. So this move, I'm not really interested in anymore. Right? Not really interested in that. But I am interested in see if we can go ahead and catch some of this. Right? So keep in mind, possible buy zone, possible buy zone. But now the market is up here right now. So let's go ahead. We can see we have consolidation, BOS to the upside. So this would be your starting point right here. Now, if we zoom in, let's drop down to a 1 hour time frame. Austin, would you consider this consolidation?
Yes.
What phase would that be in the head and shoulder setup?
1.
Phase one. The liquidity sweep, phase two. We can see that right here with this red candle, phase two. And then we get that BOS to the upside, or if you're looking at it in an inverted head and shoulder, it's the change of character. Right. So we also have this zone right here that the market freaking respected a whole lot. So right now it is in buy territory.
The only reason I was looking for a sell is because right there where it breaks to the upside, we've got the consolidation and then it gaps, which would be that candle to the upside. And we actually broke below that consolidation. But then I was also looking and we made a higher high on that weekly time frame, which I felt like it would have a higher low coming in.
Okay. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Right. And that pullback.
On at least to that buy zone that we're
Exactly. So that can possibly happen. That definitely can possibly happen. So if that's what you're looking at, stick to it. And if you take that loss, you know exactly why. It's because the market was in bullish momentum and it respected the structure. Right. And now if the market does respect your sell zone, well, then you already know what to do and how to react to take that sell. I know you do for sure. But now let's drop down to the 15. The market already broke and closed above. No, it didn't. That's pretty sus. But yeah, I would wait for that as an extra confirmation. If you guys are going to look at, for buy continuations, wait for that break and close above to give us a change of character. I'm also liking these equal highs up top or that trend line right there as well. I would like to tackle that. But Austin, this is also what I mean, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I see what you see, and you should trust your gut, right? But I had to learn these lessons the hard way, bro. It does give me a BOS to the upside, and it does give me a change of character to the downside. But again, the market has to stay fractal like that. The market has to do that. So it's going to give you some of the nicest, clearest head and shoulder type, and you're going to be missing out on some of these trades because you're going to be anticipating these sales, right? So again, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but just keep in mind of the trend that you're trading and always ride that trend until the market says otherwise, right? Until it says otherwise. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I do kind of like this, and it's already in motion. So yeah, man. There's some things where we just have to learn on our own and just continue to learn from them. But I've learned to not bite on the counters until it actually gives me something very, very clear. But yeah, bro, hope that helped you, bro. Hope that made sense.
Yes, yes, it did.
Awesome. Awesome, guys. So that is it for me, guys. You guys have any questions before I hop off? Any questions at all before I hop off? Let me see. Did someone send in another one? Oh yeah. Okay, let's look at this real quick. I'm gonna be late to those to the leadership call. Let's see. What is it? PL1? PL1. Or is it just PL? I'm guessing it's this one. You're looking for buys. Okay. I kind of like that structure, the way it's forming there, to be honest. This is the 12-hour. Okay, so you're looking on a higher time frame for sure. That's pretty ugly for sure. Pretty ugly. Market missed that, so that's still free. And with the market right now, it looks like it's gave us a flip and momentum and gave us some buys. It's not really looking a whole like very, very good in my opinion. It's just consolidating still. But I do see what you're seeing right here. So let's drop down to the daily time frame. And right now the market, excuse me, the market bounced, or I don't think it's bounced yet. The market was just shy of that area. If we go to the weekly time frame, it's entered the zone, right? But on the weekly time frame, this is what it is, right? Check it out. BOS, change of character. So I would need the market to go ahead and change character there on the weekly in order to look for more buys. Let's drop lower. Okay, so we do have the BOS that happened here, BOS that happened here. So if this is my very last BOS, my pullback should be right here. Oops. Cool. Let me see your chart. You're looking at buys. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, on the daily time frame, this is the most clear pullback. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. We do have a liquidity sweep here. It's not the cleanest because it just builds more liquidity, in my opinion. It literally clears the liquidity and then just builds more. But then the change of character for that would be right here. Right. So let me see. What are you looking at? Starting point in that area. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we do have the starting point that you're looking at. Now, again, this is just ugly structure, in my opinion. I'm not sure why you would want to trade something that's so ugly. In my opinion, you don't have to trade anything that's ugly, bro. If that shit is pretty, if that shit pretty, bro, trade it. Because some pairs don't have pretty structure. So just a tip. This looks like a mess. But yes, essentially, this would be the setup right here for buys. I mean, hey, if it's making you money, bro, do what you do. But essentially, this would be the setup for some buy opportunities. So yeah, I'm not sure if you take first touches, but with something that looks as ugly as this, bro, just wait for confirmation, dog. Like, you don't have to be the first one in and wait for that change of character. Boom, get in with confidence. Same thing if the market makes its way down here. Same thing. Like, just wait for that change of character because we do have equal low type of vibes. But if the market continues to push and we end up breaking and closing above this, I'm for sure looking for buys because once we start breaking structure, even though it's like nasty, that's a low, that's a high, this is a low. Now, if we break and close above that, then it starts to become a lot more clear and we can start looking for some buy opportunities. Make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, guys. Let me see. Let's delete this real quick. Get this out the way. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys for hopping on. Guys, if you guys have any feedback with your chart, send them in the chats and tag me. I'm always willing to give some feedback. Trade responsibly this week. Make sure you guys have your confirmations. I hope you guys take notes, man. Trading is an open book test. So anybody who is new and on this call right now, trading is an open book test, bro. We all do better when we have notes. 1000%. And if you guys don't take notes and you guys think you guys are smacking right now, if you guys aren't taking notes and aren't using the notes and you guys think you guys are smacking, just wait until you guys take the notes. Everything starts to click in your brain and you guys start to see the charts different. Just wait. Your trading will level up. If you guys are taking L's and you guys are struggling, you guys are frustrated, I could probably put money on it that you're not taking notes and not using the notes correctly. So start adapting, taking notes, fall in love with taking notes, fall in love with the drawings, because these simple things are going to take you a long, long way. Right. So with that being said, trade responsibly, guys. I hope this call was good to you guys. And I will see you guys on Friday. Peace out, guys.